Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. What you are about to witness is the absolute pinnacle of gaming YouTube. Nowhere on the planet will you find a better gaming YouTuber, I swear. And now, with your host, Jibba73, the Double E Show! Dude, can I have $5 now?
What's going on, everybody? Jibba73 back with the Double E Show. It's Felon Fridays. Prison Architect. We're at the reception area of the prison, and we are there, you might ask. Why? Because we are going to be receiving our first death row inmate. So I'm going to unpause it, and when that death row inmate comes in, we will spec him out, and then we will take care of what's necessary to get him set up. Now, he has a cell and whatnot. He's good to go. I believe I need to set up death row clemency hearings or parole hearings for him so that he can, get his sentence reduced to just long-term rather than death. So here's a couple of okay, so real quick, we're going to pause. Intelligence, informants, and is there anything? So the only thing I can see, he has a question mark, and I don't know what that means. So, his likelihood of clemency, 31%. This is Dan Hughes, inmate number 4166489, sentenced to 165 years for multiple crimes, including murder, armed robbery, and grievous bodily harm. So, he's got 25 years for murder, which he pled guilty to, 25 years for murder, which he pled guilty to, 22 years for armed robbery, which he pled guilty to, 23 years for armed robbery, which he pled guilty to, and a grievous bodily harm, 10 years, which he pled guilty to. Going down further, 10 years for grievous bodily harm, which he pled guilty to, rape, 12 years, which he pled guilty to, armed robbery, 15 years, which he pled guilty to, and aggravated assault, 13 years, which he pled guilty to, and aggravated assault. This guy's a bad dude. So, 165 years for multiple crimes. He's been sentenced to death. He has a likelihood of clemency is 31%. We have the state approval conviction strength of 5%, so even if he goes through clemency, unless he immediately gets reduced to just life in prison at 165 years, we can execute him at anything above 5% clemency without any issues. So, experience, he has no recent misconduct. Grading, his punishment is 10, his reform is 0, security is 5, health is 0. Biography, so, I don't think I've ever seen this little icon before. I'm not sure what it is. So, let's unpause again. And see, unless it just means death row. So we got a couple of medium security prisoners coming in as well. And yeah, if we click on him, is there a button to follow? There isn't. But we can click on that guard and follow him. So he's being brought in there. So people who had their visitation are leaving. I'm not sure whether or not visitation is working for any of the other prisoners. Medium security and maximum security yet. Don't know maximum security yet because we haven't populated maximum security yet. Okay, he's being searched. They found nothing. They've stripped him to put him in his new, fresh attire for his stay in our facility. He just dressed him. He's ready to go. Go a little higher speed here. And is he grabbing him? He's grabbing him. Cool. Want to follow that guard. Yep. That was either a teacher or somebody visiting, so it looks like there are other non-inmates being over in that section. Oh, somebody was pissed. Like, really bad. So they're bringing them down here. Coming in. They bring them through the clemency room. Into the death row facility. And he will be housed right here. And in here, he has everything he pretty much needs to be happy. So there you go. At least he doesn't have any other issues. Okay, let's turn the speed down. And we've got the parole room set up here. So let's come in here to programs. Actually, before I do that, let's close programs. Let's go to deployment. Minimum security. Okay, so this is all set up for death row. In fact, death row morgue. All right, so this is all set up for death row. So now I come back in here and I go, let's see, parole hearing. I'm going to start one. I'm going to go to edit the schedule and see if I can find the parole hearings. All right. So here's parole. Why do I already have one for death row? Well, then I want to cancel that. There's parole for men, parole for medium, parole for medium, parole for men. I suppose I could do 2 more paroles for medium. Okay, so let's go start, back here, come over here, take this one and go there, and this one and go there. So after your day of work, you might get paroled. But death row parole will take place in the morning. It'll take place in the morning, and if he is not, if his appeal has not been met, he will continue to be, his likelihood of clemency will continue to go down until he is executable. Now, coming out into research, bureaucracy, legal defense, that's for, okay, execution liability. I'm going to research this. This makes the likelihood of clemency liability go from 5% to 10%. So, we're going to research that now that we have our first death row prisoner. And that is that. Okay. Now, coming out to deployment, I have all of this area done. I went through, I put, oh, you know what I need to do? Deployment. 1, 2, 3, 4. That way I've got guards deployed throughout here to waltz around, and then they can let the cleaning staff into the rooms and whatnot. These have not been designated as cells yet. Something I said I was going to do in the planning that I did not do was I was going to put in bookshelves. That way they have their reading requirement met without having to actually come over to the big library and get books. These are set as solitary. Very good. Okay, those are good to go. This area is open. Power capacity. Okay. Couple of parole offices right there. Okay. And visitation for max security. Let's go deployment. No, wait a minute. Something I wanted to do first. That's what it was. Okay, materials. Fence. We're going to go like this and like this. We're going to hop out of here. I'm going to take that and dismantle. Then we are going to go objects. We are going to go jail door. There. We are going to go to utilities. We are going to go door servo. There. We are going to go to electrical. Like that. I saw the warning. Okay. Let's do this. Let's search all the toilets in there, just to be sure. And then we are going to come up here. And we are going to click here. And we are going to search all the toilets. We are going to click here. And we are going to search all the toilets. Because you guys are pains in the arses. And I'm not having it. Ooh, wait a minute. Why is that locked open? First of all, it's a staff door. It doesn't need to be locked open. Okay. So, these are MinSec. I'll go over to here. This is medium sec. This is max sec. Okay. Now, putting in the fencing. Go back to objects. We are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, so that it is a well lit. Because I want this area to be secure. And if I come over to this side, yeah. So this can remain deployment, and that can remain staff only. So they're putting in the door. And he's putting in the servo. So now if I go to the door and I lock it open. Now he's putting in the power strips. Going to go to objects. We're going to go to barbed wire. There, 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 and there. Right on. So waiting on one power strip. So control left click. Come on, you. He's going on break. I don't know what he did there. He walked into the wall. Deployment. We can go back here. Staff only. Flip. Right on. Okay. So that means that this area is now open for prisoners, not prisoners, for the non-prisoners, like the visitors can come over. That's the other thing I wanted to do. So I was thinking about actually making this area different. Bringing the wall over to here. And then I can move the radiator into it. I think I'm actually going to do that. So I'm going to go foundation, building concrete. I'm going to go like that. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. That way, that's straight across. I can put a door there. And once I have the door there, this area is now segregated completely from prisoners coming into it. It's okay to have it here because they can't get over the visitors' booths, I guess, unless they smash through them. Okay, so this is door control. We're going to connect to there. I'm going to go tidy wires. Click. You're going to get tacked down to there. That's done. I can click on the jail door. Unlock it. We're good to go. So let's go back to deployment. Yep. Okay. Requires an entrance. Okay, I'm not certain why, but let's go objects. We will go door like that. We will go control left click like that. I want to make sure that this is all completely secure and tidy before I designate max security, and then before I bring in the max security prisoners, so that we will do that. Okay, let's step up the pace. I usually run games on, medium, slow to medium speed. He was pissed off. He's pissed off. He's fine. Some of these guys, no, most of these guys are pretty good. Not sure of the issue. Can we get this built? He was pissed off. See what happens. Okay. So they did that. Right on. Now, let's dismantle that. We will dismantle the light. We will go materials, metal floor, right there. We will come in here to the radiator. We will dismantle the radiator. We will come into utilities. We will go dismantle that. And since the pipe runs up there, if I come back in here to objects, well, I'm going to wait for him to dismantle that so I can place it there. And that'll be good to go. And in fact, you know what? Materials, concrete tile. Right there. That'll be concrete tile instead. I think it'll look better with the concrete tile. Metal should be on each side. Yeah. You get what I'm talking about. Okay, materials, concrete wall, right there. Deployment, we're still good. Yep, we're still good. Anybody going to be able to take this light out? Light, dismantle, please and thank you. Can I get a control left click? There we go. Right on. Get out. Okay. Construct concrete tile. Got it. Okay. Utilities. All right. They got rid of that. Let's go into objects. We will go radiator. And we can put that there. And we will control left click. Because if I look at temperature right now, we're very cold. Because it's like 46 degrees outside, so he's going to start getting cold. He's going to start getting pissy. Because he's cold. Right on. It makes it look a little awkward, but that's fine. The object here is security, not comfort. Or not design, I mean. So we go objects, we go solitary door. We'll have it open up. We will go utilities. We will go door servo right there. And we will go electrical like that. And then if we control left click all of that, everything there should be a priority. Okay, he's coming with the radiator. Very good. Nice and toasty warm. Very good. Very good. Okay. So now that we have all that working, I'm going to come in here to deployment. The first thing I'm going to do is maximum security only. Visitation. Maximum security only. Parole. Maximum security only. Canteen. Maximum security only. Infirmary. Maximum security only. Cleaning cupboard. Chapel. Shop. Shower. Laundry. Classroom. Library. Solitary. Okay. Again, not doing the cells yet, but while I'm waiting for that construction to get done, I can actually come in and put in the bookshelves that I wanted to do to start. Let's go here. There they are, bookshelves. We're going to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Coming across. Everything is reversed. Okay. All the bookshelves have been designated to be put in. Now, deployment, dog patrols. Okay. Dog patrols are in place and working. This dog here is working. He needs comfort and warmth because he's working outside in the cold and the rain. Okay, we're here. Solitary door. Lock open for right now. I'm going to come over here. Door control. We are going to connect to the door servo. We are going to tidy wire. Boom. And we are going to come up here to the solitary door. And we are going to unlock open. Okay, now, deployment. Staff only. Right there. Okay. So there's no reason for anybody who's not staff to be back in this area whatsoever. Truth be told, if they wanted to, they could blitz through the staff door, blitz through these doors, so on and so forth, and get out into this open area. But then they will be met by razor wire fences, snipers, which are kind of a big deal. Yeah. So that should be all set. Right on. So let me just quickly check snipers. I've got 16. So does that mean I have 8 towers? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Okay. Very good. I got a gardener who's really pissed off because he's got to go out there and rake grass in the cold. Hey, not my fault. You live in a climate that. So, Alexander. Okay, pause. Alexander Krause, 31. He's suppressed. He's high. He's overdosed. He's angry. Let's go here. Let's look at his character. So he's had no recent. Oh, they found drugs. That was his recent misconduct. He's got 0.7 years left to go in his sentence. So about, like, we'll say 7 months, right? And then he gets out of here. And his reoffending rate, pretty high. But his reform has been 10. So, I mean, I'd say that's pretty good. He did fail his parole hearing 2 times. And he completed spiritual guidance 6 times. Apparently it's not working for him. Okay, let's undo that. So now, security measures are in place. Everything looks to be snug as a bug in a rug. We're going to come up here. Again, deployment. Yep. Okay, we're going to come up here. We're going to go to rooms. We are going to go to cells. We're going to make all of those cells. All of those cells. All of those cells. We're going to make all of those cells. All of those cells. And all of those cells. We're going to come back into deployment. We are going to go to max security. So, only need for them to be over here is to come and get the cleaning supplies. So this door servo here is connected. It's not connected there, so we will connect that now. I also want it to connect to this door here so that there's a backup. All right, and no, that's good. Okay, so now if I go click, click, I go tidy wires, and I click on that, I can take this and post it there, and this and post it there. Now, did I hook up the phone tap? Connect. Okay, that is good to go. Is there anything I want to add anywhere? Okay, so there are no prisoners for that. I understand. I get it. Let's go logistics, temperature. So 60, it's not as warm in there as it could be. There's one at either end. I suppose I could put one in here and one up here. So let's get out of logistics. I could put a radiator here, and I could put a radiator like here. So let's go objects. Let's go radiator, because I don't want there to be any complaining. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to put this guy here. All right. That's in the corner. That's in the corner. That's going there. And this is going here. And then if I come into utilities and I go hot water pipe, I can have it come across like this and there. And I can do this and have it come across like that. Yep. Okay, so that'll take care of that. Now, so now if I go in here and I look, I have 48 maximum capacity prison room, but That's because I want to take this and make it Supermax. Okay. And I want to come into deployment. I want to come into arm guards and take you out, and take you out, and take you out. Because there's no need to have you patrolling while I don't have maximum, Supermax prisoners. Right? Right. Now, this is for the bad of the bad. And I was thinking that I would make this place pretty hardcore. Let's go deployment. No, not deployment. Logistics and temperature. So it's 68 in there without a radiator in the hallway. That's not too bad. Because I wasn't really thinking about it, I don't think. Utilities, yeah. I don't have it set up to have a radiator in the hallway. But really, I could go... Is that a hot water pipe? Yeah, I could do this. I could go objects, radiator. And I could easily put a radiator in right down here in the middle. Go back into utilities, go hot water. Go just like that. That'll take care of any need there. So now, Supermax. These are all, let's tab it. These are all solitary doors. Solitary door. This is a solitary door. Solitary door. So they'd have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4 solitary doors before getting to their first jail door to try to escape. They'd have to go through 2 solitary doors before they could get to a perimeter wall with razor wire to escape. Then they have to jump a barbed wire fence, and then they have to jump another perimeter wall with razor wire. So Supermax is there. All right, let's go back up here. So it does say maximum capacity of 48. So let's just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. Yeah, so that's 48. Okay. And Supermax 0, it doesn't even have the safe capacity listed. Do I even have these designated as cells right now? I don't think I do. Rooms, cells, they're not. Supermax. Right on. Okay. So, if you like what you're watching, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Tell your family, tell your friends. If you have any suggestions as to what you'd like to see me do here in Elwood State Correctional Facility, put them in the comments below, because I do read them. And in the next episode, we are going to bring in the maximum security prisoners. Peace!
That was a failure of epic proportions. Unacceptable.